New ones on this Segway. These are the old tires. These are the new ones. I'll put the link down below. They are a little bit taller. They're 90/65-6.5 versus the other ones that are like 70/75-6.5, something like that. But I don't know if you can see or not. This is the old one with the fender flare. This is the new one. Now with the new ones, you got to take the fenders off completely. You can buy aftermarket fenders that are a little bit taller, but I don't even know if I'm going to need them or not, so I might just keep them off like that. Looks a little bit more aggressive. Y'all stay tuned. I'm going to let you know soon. What is happening, y'all? I should have started this video a lot sooner. I already got one tire put on. We're going to go ahead and put the other one on, but I'm going to show y'all how to do it in an easy way. That way you're not fighting the crap out of it. Anyway, first off, you're going to take this bracket off. You see it on this side. It's got the 4 bolts that holds your fender on. You're going to take that off, put it off to the side, and then you got 4 more small tiny bolts that hold the fender on. We're going to go ahead and take those off as well. I got to use my Big Daddy drill today because my little drill is on the charger. She dead. She dead. Alright, so you got to be careful because this wheel will flop around on you. What I do is I just kind of tilt it out, pull the fender out just like that, put it right back in. Just like that. You want to make sure that the flat part is on the base there, and then the piece that you took off the first time, we're going to slap it right back on. You want that groove side on the axle just like that. So we're going to do this. First off, we're going to slap that bit back on. Now, if you look, you've got a side that's got more meat than the other side. The side that's got more meat is going to be facing out towards the wheel. So, what I like to do is I kind of check them, and they look alright. Now, I'm going to stand this bad boy up. What we're going to do first, you see it's real dirty from the weed eating. We're going to pop this cap off and then this cap off. God dang, the grass trimmings. So, what I would do, I highly suggest a flat head. And just be very careful. Pop, and it comes right off. Be very careful because it will break those little plastic prongs. And then you really got a problem. So, what I do, so I got this little bitty screwdriver, little tiny Allen wrench. You got 4 screws up here. We're going to pop those off. Might have to get something to kind of put some force on it. I'm going to unscrew those. 1, 2. I kind of keep the screws in here. There's 4 of them. Kind of keep them in this little rim cover because it kind of works like a little bowl. So, but this is the cover for your LEDs. Now that that's off, you should be able to just lift up and move, but be careful not to lose your screws because them things are tiny and they don't give you extras. Now, be careful. You don't want to spray your LEDs. Okay? Keep all this together. You don't have to unscrew any of it. What I'm going to do is take my valve stem, or take my valve cap off, and we're going to let all the air out. There's not really a whole lot. Just like that. Just like that. Don't lose your valve cap. I'm going to put it right up there. Now, when you get new tires, a lot of times they come with these little tire tools. I call them tire irons. What, baby? Yeah. It's a bug. What I do is I take a little bit of soapy water. we're just going to spray it along the outside of the tire. Not a whole lot, because you don't want to wet your LEDs, but I just kind of spread it around. And it helps your tire irons go in there a lot easier. But what we're going to do is you're basically going to pop the bead. That's what I call it. You're going to slide your tire iron up in there. This is where it can get become a pain in the butt. Just like that. Boop, boop, boop. Popping the bead. Now, I'm going to slap that up in there. We're going to slap this one. Up in there. You're going to come over about 3 to 4 inches. Stick it right on up in there some more. Pop that off. And then you're going to take this one. Come over 3 to 4 inches. Stick it up in there. Pop it off. Once you do it 2 or 3 times, the rest of it just kind of comes on out. Once you got that first bead off, kind of show you what it looks like. You can see the first bead's kind of popped up. I can stick my finger in it. What I'm going to do is give it a hard thrust. Just like that. Now the tire's loosey-goosey. And what we're going to do, I'm going to stick it right up underneath there. Boop, just like that. Just be careful not to hit your LEDs with your tire iron. What I do is I shove it up in there and just work it off. Just work it off. And voila, your tire is off your rim. So now, where is my new tire? Oh, this is the new one. You want to make sure that you put your thread pattern the exact same direction. What I'm going to do, this is the part that gets kind of becomes a pain in the butt, and it can be rough. What we're going to do, I highly recommend getting longer zip ties than what I've got. I just kind of forgot to get zip ties, and these are what I have in the shop. So I got to take 2 instead of using one long one. Actually, you're going to need 8. What I'm going to do is we're going to take this rim. I'm going to take the zip tie and just kind of barely put it on there just like that, to where it's like this. You got those zip ties on the sides. We're going to do that 4 times. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Ain't that right? 12, 3, 6, and 9? Yeah. Had a little brain fart there. And you might be thinking, what in the heck is this dude doing? I'm about to show y'all. And you can use this little trick here for any kind of tire. As far as, I mean, it really depends on if you have zip ties long enough. But I do it for mower tires, scooter tires, motorcycle tires. But that's when the zip ties, the bigger they get, the more expensive they get. So. Ba-da-ba-da-da, I'm loving it. Baby, can you shut that door for me? Please?
Can you come eat?
Well, hang on. I'm making a video here. Can I come eat? Can you eat? Alright, so now that we got all 4 on there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze it to where both beads, the inside and the outside, are touching each other. See that? Where both beads are touching? And I'm going to tighten this one up. You want to do it as tight as you can to where both beads are damn near touching. It's a lot easier when you grab some pliers. As you squeeze the tire with one hand, you're pulling on the zip tie with another. So that's what you're wanting. You see it just like that. They ain't got to be touching, but they need to be somewhat close. And then we're going to do the same thing with all 4. It can be kind of a process, and it takes just a little bit of practice. But your main thing you don't want to do is to end up with that zip tie knuckle in the bead. You don't want that, because this is going over the rim. You don't want that knuckle in the bead. So make sure you keep an eye on that. Tighten that one down a little bit. Oh shoot, I almost messed up. Tighten that one down. Let's get these other two. I know you're probably thinking, like, what in the heck is this dude got going on? But you'll see. Just trust the process. A lot of the stuff I do is traditional, which means I had somebody 3 times my age show me how to do it, and ever since the one time I got showed how to do it, it has stuck with me ever since. So, and like I said, this little trick works for all kinds of different types of tires. Motorcycle tires, scooter tires, four-wheeler tires, but you're gonna have to get the really long, thick zip ties. Anyway, this is what you want. You're wanting those zip ties to hold that bead together just like that. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my soapy water. You can use WD-40, you can use PB Blaster, whatever you want to use as a lube. As a matter of fact, I do have a little bit of PB Blaster here. You don't want to spray a lot because remember, your dang lights, your LEDs are in the center, so you don't want to spray those. What we're gonna do, just gonna slap this rim right over the side. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring y'all right down here so y'all can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna put this on the floor because I gotta put some weight on it. I'm gonna lift y'all up so you can see my process. Make sure you don't get your zip tie in the bead. So you're gonna have it just like this. Now this part can get rough. And it usually whoops my butt pretty good, especially on some new tires. That's why you want to use your PB Blaster and your WD-40. We're gonna put my knee right there. We're gonna slap this iron right up underneath. And we're just gonna stretch and push. You don't want to put all your freaking weight on it. This part whoops my butt pretty good, but this has always seemed to be the best way for me to put tires on. I don't know why, but it has been. Alright, now that I got that one in. Just like that. Whew. Now the tire is on the rim. What you can do, once you make it to this point here, it's smooth rolling. Where's my clippers? Oh, it's smooth rolling because once you pop, just be careful not to pop your tire or not to cut your tire. But you cut the zip tie and you just pull it straight on out, just like that. Like that. A lot of y'all are like, this dude is either a genius or he's just full-blown retarded. Gotta be one of the two. But y'all, I'm telling you, I've done this quite a few hundred times and it has worked out the best ever since. Now, you want to feel on the bottom. You can tell your bead ain't completely on the track. So what I do is I just try to give it a little bit of, you know, a little, Oh yeah. Now, I'm going to take your soap and water. I like to put a little bead there. Do what I call fluffing the tire. And what we're going to do is we're going to find valve stem right there. Cut on the air compressor. just like that, y'all. Oh, there it goes. That bead just set on this side. I don't think it's set though on the side we just did. I haven't heard it. That's what bothers me. Maybe I just need to ride it for a minute and see what it does from there. But anyway, what I do, I try to clean off the residual because I don't want that stuff dripping down onto the lights. Just gonna wipe it down real good. Wouldn't it be something if I put the tread pattern backwards? But I didn't. We're gonna slap this here back on. And it sure is hot in this shop today. Where's my screwdriver? Alright, now why here we go. Then I'm going to slap this back on. Just like that, y'all. Oh, yeah. She just looks more aggressive. All right. Just like that. Oh, she's on there. Let's take it out for a spin, shall we?